Hey, Aran.
Hi Rick, here we are again.
Another tactics mix session.
Other known as another day in the dungeon.
Exactly. Well, last time you got on really well. We did
Yeah,
17 of those tactics mix in 1 hour. So let's see how we get on this time. Let's get
thank you.
stuck in.
Okay.
And here we go. White to play.
Okay, so what to play? Uh any checks? No. Any captures? No. Um right, so we have to make an attack. So do we put the knight to G5 threatening a checkmate on H7 with the queen?
Okay. Let's put it on the board. If it was white to play again, is queen takes h7 really checkmate?
Oh yeah, because the knight on F8.
Yeah. So it's not I mean, it's not threatening checkmate, and even if it was, black could play something to get out of it.
Yeah.
So no, it's not knight g5. That's not not white's strongest move.
Right, let's go again. Okay, what about bishop to b4, and then it's looking at the rook, knight. Well, if it moves, it takes the knight, and the rook or king take back. So that I'm just, you know what it is? I'm just seeing all these things that are just popping up into my head.
Yeah. So no, you need to think a bit more systematically. Sometimes it's good to just look at random things. But I do remember saying to you the lesson that I one of the best lessons I've ever learned is a friend of mine who said we were looking at a position and he said to me, within half a second, you have to see that this piece is unprotected. Even if
Right,
you can't do something with it, you have to still spot loose pieces. And you didn't spot the loose piece in black's camp.
which is the rook on d6.
Yeah, and that should give you a big clue.
Right. So we have. So do I move the pawn to c5, attacking the rook? I don't think that's it.
Yeah, we're looking for a double attack because that's just one attack, and the rook saves itself, and not much else happened. But we're looking for a double attack on the loose piece and somewhere else.
Double attack. So I'm looking for a check with a double attack. No. Attacking two pieces. The rook. And as soon as you show it me, I'll go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, definitely. It's an attack on the loose piece and on a checkmating square.
Right. So queen to e5.
Exactly. Queen
You know
e5.
what? You know what? I tried. This is the God's honest truth. I looked at, is there a battery? That's what I thought. And I thought, oh, no, that's not a battery. As if the battery's already set up to go. But no, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Double attack. I guess if I told you double attack, you probably would have found it. But yeah, so you were looking at random moves. You were looking at maybe checkmate on h7. Uh, okay, it wasn't even checkmate, but yeah, you need to look a bit more systematically. Checks, captures, attacks. Any loose pieces? Anything strange in the opponent's camp? Any batteries, as you say? A bit more systematically instead of randomly shouting out moves. Will we try that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, queen e5 is very strong. It just wins the rook because black has to play f6, and then we pick up a full rook.
Yeah, I'm just getting used to knowing that a double attack cannot be just attacking two pieces. It can attack a piece and threaten checkmate square. That's what I'm getting used to.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a double attack, even though it's attacking two pieces. But yeah, one piece is a checkmating square. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Okay.
attacking a piece and a square. You're right. Okay, well, let's keep that in mind. And let's look at this position. I'll flip the board because it's black to play. If it lets me flip the board, 1 second. Black to play.
Right. So again, let's work through it. Checks. No. I'm looking extra. Okay, so there's a piece on E3 that's and then the knight. Oh yeah, then it's protected by the bishop. Any checks? No. Any captures? No. Can I make an attack? Any checks? No. I can't see, Rick.
Yeah, you put your finger on the right spot. You spotted that the knight is there, and then you said, "Oh, it's protected by the bishop." This is a removing the defender tactic.
Right.
Removing the defender of the knight on E3.
So the defender is the bishop. So how do we remove that? Can I take? How do you remove that? Okay, do we move the knight to H7?
We do indeed, and backwards jumps are never easy to see, but this is the move. Threatening to take the bishop, and the bishop can play, but it cannot go to a square where it keeps protecting the knight. You still have a tricky move. Let's go one move deeper. You can still play rook h1, because if you now take the bishop, then I'll take your unprotected rook in the corner.
Oh.
So how can we keep the threat in the position, but not make sure we don't lose our rook?
Do you play pawn to F6?
Pawn f6. Let's have a look. Pawn f6.
Well, what does he play?
Yeah. I guess so.
But that's not the move.
Well, I'm a bit confused because the engine gives an equal position. Engine says bishop h4. Let's quickly look at what we don't see. Queen takes e3, and then the engine says bishop f2, and the engine claims. Oh, well, this is really far advanced, but it's nice to watch. The queen has to go to g5 or f4, and if it does that, the bishop will keep following it. And you have a sort of an eternal attack on the queen.
Right.
And that's why it's a draw. But that goes way too far. But it's quite nice.
Yeah.
I just was confused why after f6 the computer said that it's a draw. But that's for this reason. Another move. Yeah.
So we're saying, how do we keep the bishop attacked? But well, you know, the bishop on g6, that's also that's also another defender. But what else can we move? So how do we go? If I can't take because it's pinned, the knight's
we
pinned.
can try and protect. How do we protect our rook? So make sure that after knight takes g5, the rook is not.
Can we castle?
Castling is illegal.
The other side.
Um,
H8 way.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay. It's yeah. And again, I'm looking at an engine move. The engine says after knight e5, white is better. Because if we take that piece, then this is checkmate.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're going way too far, but I just don't want to give you saying, oh yeah, castling is the right move because there is a reputation. The easiest move here, Aran, is king d7. You
Oh
protect your rook, and knight takes g5 is a big threat. And if you save your bishop, the knight on e3 falls.
yeah. I would never have thought about at my level putting the king forward like that. I would never thought of it.
No, it is the best move in the position, and it's just okay. And you're right. Ideally, you do not want to move the king, even though the king is okay there. You know, there's lots of pawn protection around. The position is quite close, so it's not that the pawn is gonna that the king is gonna get harassed there anytime soon. You're winning a piece this way, so it's worth doing. Um, but I agree, castling makes more sense. But then there's a refutation with that. Well, that crazy knight d5 move, because if you cannot take the piece because of suddenly it's white who wins, but that goes
Right.
way too far. The point is, and let's go back to what we're doing here. We're doing the mixed tactics. Knight h7 wins a piece because the bishop, it's removing the defender of the knight on e3. The bishop has to play, and then the knight falls. And you can still try a tricky move like rook h1, but then king d7, and you're going to lose a piece with white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done on finding a backward knight move, because that's not backwards moves are not easy to find. The human brain is not great at backwards moves for some reason. So good that you saw that. Okay. Complex position it was.
Right.
Oh, it's black to play. Black to play and has a tactic.
Knight to d3.
Okay.
Walking king and queen.
Yeah. The previous position was really complicated. This one is really simple. Just a simple knight fork, a double attack of the knight, winning Her Majesty on f4.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing else to it. There's no tricky moves. You're just losing the queen for a knight.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Well spotted. And this is white to play. And he has a tactic.
Right. Any checks? Hold on. Bishop to b2, and then if I could move the pawn, and then oh yes, pinned.
Bishop.
So
Yeah, white is in some bother. You know, two pieces are attacking the poor bishop on a3. So this is not really white to win. This is white to get out of trouble and achieve an equal position, because rook takes a3 checkmate is a big threat. How does white get out of trouble here?
wow. I don't even know where to start really, because the checks captures is a bit different now. So I'm more defending. So how do I get out of this? I don't move the king to a1 because you lose the piece and it's over. So do I move the rook on h1? Do I bring that into play? Okay, do I move it to b1? Take. Oh no, take. You lose a piece. No.
It's even checkmate, right? Rook b1, rook takes a3, and it's checkmate.
Oh yeah.
So how do we defend against a checkmate threat? That is really the tactic here.
Okay. So CPR. So do I capture the checkmate threat? No. Do I protect it somehow? Do I can I run away? I can't run away. Can I interpose something? No. Do I take the bishop on f8 with the rook?
You do indeed.
But
Rook takes
then,
f8. That was attacked twice, only defended once.
oh yeah, with the bishop.
Yeah, it is. Even though the bishop is pinned on a3, it is still protecting the rook on f8. The king cannot take. And
Yeah.
of course, black can remove the defender by taking on a3 with check. But then after king takes, we have an equal rook endgame. Maybe even a bit better for white.
Oh man, there's like, you know, if you've got like numbers and then you've got decimals within the numbers. It's like 1 to 2 and then 1.1. That's what chess is. You know, 1, 2, and then you've got it's tough, man.
Yeah, it is tough. This is a strange one. This is more of the defensive tactic. But yeah, you need to take that bishop. Rook takes a3 is a huge threat, so we need to take the bishop. And then actually then white is completely out of trouble after rook takes f8, which cannot be recaptured by the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, black has to be careful not to be worse here. You really have to. You probably have to take on a3 to get to that rook endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a different tactic, bit of a more of a defensive tactic, but it brings white half a point here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. White to play.
Right. Would I play? So it's pinned, so it can't take. So that the pawn on g7 is pinned.
Yes. Correct.
So for take, so I'm just looking at bishop on d3 takes h7, and
Okay.
then move takes. Is it a bishop move, Rick?
No.
Okay.
It's a remove the defender tactic.
Okay, so I need to remove the rook, like, because that's what's protecting the checkmate on g7. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So how do I move the rook?
The rook is also protecting the queen.
Yeah. So, okay. Should we move the rook to e2?
Let's have a look. Rook e2.
Oh, I don't think that's right.
Guess I
Take.
can take your queen.
Oh yeah. This is
You didn't do your checks, captures, attacks mantra. With checks, captures, attacks, I'm pretty sure you'll find it pretty soon.
okay. Any checks? Well, I can take the pawn on g7.
With which piece?
The either I might take it with the queen or the rook. Okay, let's go take with the rook. Rook takes g7.
Okay, what's the line?
Rook takes. Nothing. That's my line.
Say again, sorry?
Nothing. That's my line from here.
Okay, well, it's staring you in the face. You just removed the defender.
So just move the defender.
You just
So, oh
removed
yeah,
the
yeah.
defender.
So we can take the queen on
Yes,
e5.
yes. Okay, so
Let
that's
me
the
see it
threat. After
again.
rook takes g7 check. If rook takes, the queen is unprotected. So can black do something else?
Yeah, the king can move to h8,
Yeah. And what do we do then?
and then we queen to f8.
And we shake hands. Okay. So this is the starting position, and with your checks, captures, attacks, you would have found it straight
Check.
away.
Then captures take. Then he takes.
Yeah, it's removing the defender, isn't it? Rook takes c7 check. You really have to take,
You have to.
and then the queen is unprotected. And
Oh,
you're,
it's a forcing move, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
removing the defender. Okay.